This here is Mr. Safa Jaffa. He arrived here in the 1800s. He actually jumped ship, and when he arrived here in Simonstown, he couldn't speak English or Afrikaans. And when he met the people that was on the beach, they asked him for his name. He said, Safa. And where do you come from? He said, from Java. Okay, now you're Mr. Jaffa. So that's where the Jaffas of Simonstown come from. This here is the fish spotter. He would sit on a mountain and he would wait for the fish to come in, and as the fish comes in, he guides all these trick fishing boats to show them where to cast their net. Now we used to have all these sharks. There's a 3-meter shark. We used to have 4, 5, 6-meter sharks, and all these sharks that we used to have here in Simonstown or in Falls Bay, they never ate humans because there was enough fish. But you see there, that is the tuna. That tuna that was, they would catch these tunas here in the bay. So what would happen in the 60s and 70s, the government would issue license and permits to all the big fishing companies to troll all the bait fish from Namibia to Mozambique. You know, the pilchard, sardine and mackerel. And they still have that license up till today. So if you want any of these game fish, you have to go 200-300 kilometers out to sea. That's why we hardly have any fish in the So this guy here, Achmat Turk, he is a Solomon. What would happen is he was on a boat and the boat sank. There were 7 of them on the boat, and he was a sole survivor. One morning on their way, that was in the 1940s. Oh. He was on his way from, they were on their way from Komaki, that area. It was early morning, it was misty and dark, so they hit a rock. And 7 of them, 6 of them perished. He was a sole survivor. This is Boere Achmat. He used to be the trick fisherman here in Simonstown. In Simonstown, we used to have 8 different trick fishing fishing families. And all these families employed about 10 to 15 people, feeding about 1,000 people every day. So since 1960 odd, these people would lose all their fishing rights. The license, everything was taken away. And today we only have one fishing family that is fishing here in Simonstown. This is the whaling, you can see, and this is the whale pot where they would cook the blubber.
You know, I never realized until you mentioned it earlier, and I know this sounds like a rather ignorant thing, but I didn't realize that Simonstown was named after Simon van der Stel. I only realized now when you said it. Yeah. How did that miss me?
We have boulders here, boulders, which is a penguin colony. Now, all the years we never had penguins here in Simonstown. There was never penguins. Here and there, penguin would wash up because they were always on the South Sea Islands. And if they washed up, then they would just rest and then they would go back home. So in the 60s, when the British now got all our properties and all that, then some of them would actually build nests for these penguins. And out of 2 would come 4, would come 6, would come. Now we have millions of penguins here. And that area between Boulders and Windmill used to be a British prisoner of war camp. So that should be a heritage site.